Blacksmiths don't want you to know this. Most good axes are built to be used for generations, not just for a few years. Today, I'm going to reveal an old woodsman's secret. With just a few simple steps, we can bring a useless-looking axe back to life and turn it into a sharp, solid, dependable tool that is ready to work again. And if you know how to do this, it could save you a lot of money every year instead of buying new tools. Welcome back to Dan Fix. I'm Dan. I want to start with a simple paper test. A sharp axe should not only split big pieces of wood. The edge should also be clean enough to slice paper. Nothing clean happens. The blade drags tears and slips. That tells us the edge is dull, scratched, and damaged. For this guide, we need one small hole through the wooden handle. A tiny amount of WD-40 on the drill bit can reduce friction in this test, but keep it away from flame sparks and hot tools. Clamp the handle firmly. Keep your hands away from the bit and drill slowly from one side. Do not force the drill through at once. After the first hole starts, flip the handle over and drill from the other side until the two holes meet. Now we clean the axe head. I use 80 grit sandpaper here only to remove rust oxidation and deep scratches. It is not the final sharpening step. It exposes clean metal and shows the real condition of the edge. Sand one side until the metal starts to shine, then flip the axe and sand the other side the same way. Next, prepare a sharpening stone. Use a marker to draw two diagonal lines from corner to corner. Where the lines cross, we find the center. Drill a small hole at that point. Go slowly and do not press hard because stone can crack. Once the hole is ready, add hot glue and press a nail into place while the glue is still warm. The glue locks the nail inside the stone for this homemade guide. Be careful because hot glue can burn your skin. Twist a small hook into the hole we drilled in the axe handle. This hook is the secret part of the guide. When the nail sits inside the hook, one end of the sharpening stone stays anchored while the other end moves across the blade. That gives us a steadier sharpening angle than holding the stone freehand. Do you usually sharpen an axe by hand with a stone or with a grinder? Wet the sharpening stone and the axe edge before starting. Water carries away metal dust, keeps the stone smoother, and reduces heat at the edge. Set the nail into the hook. Start with the coarse side of the stone. Move the loose end along the cutting edge from one end of the blade to the other, then lift it off. Repeat the same motion. Keep the pressure steady. We do not need to grind aggressively. Once the bevel looks even and the edge starts to feel sharper, wet the finer side of the stone. Flip the stone over and repeat the same movement. The coarse side reshapes the edge. The finer side refines it, and reduces rough marks. After finishing the first side, remove the hook and install it on the other side of the handle. Repeat the same process, wet the stone, use the coarse side, then finish with the finer side. The goal is balance. If one side gets more work than the other, the edge can lean and cut poorly. The axe is sharper now, but the surface still has scratches from the stone. For polishing, prepare 2 old CDs and a sheet of P800 or very fine sandpaper. Place 1 CD on the sandpaper, trace the circle, and cut it out. Glue the P800 circle onto the CD with superglue. Add the second CD behind it to make the disc stiffer. Here is an important safety warning. A CD can break at high speed. I would not use this on a high-speed grinder. Use only a low-speed rotary setup, wear eye protection, and stand out of the direct line of the disc. A real sanding disc made for power tools is always the safer choice. Once the disc is mounted, touch a little metal polishing compound to the sandpaper. We only need a light amount. I polish the axe head with gentle passes. In just a few strokes, the scratches fade and the metal starts to shine. Polish the other side the same way. Keep the tool moving, use light pressure, and do not overheat the edge. Tell me what country you're watching from. I'd love to learn the sharpening tricks and old tool repair methods people use in your part of the world. After polishing, wipe the axe clean with a little WD-40 on a cloth. I use it here to remove fine dust and leave a light protective film. Wipe away the extra so the handle and edge do not feel slippery. Now comes the final test. Take the same type of paper we used at the beginning and bring the axe edge through it again. This time the paper cuts much more easily. That tells us the edge is no longer just clean, it has real sharpness again. The wood test proves the rest. On these pieces of firewood, the axe bites in with less effort. We do not need to swing as hard because the edge is doing more of the work. This old axe did not need to be thrown away. It needed cleaning, a steady sharpening angle, coarse stone, fine stone, polishing, and patience. That is the difference between scrap and a dependable tool. If you found this useful, hit like, subscribe to Dan Fix, and tell me what old tool we should restore next: an axe, a knife, a chisel, or garden shears.